is going to be a really chilled back video, everybody, where I give you guys my opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh, on the market, on all of the new reprint sets. There's new video games coming out, which is a throwback to all the previous Yu-Gi-Oh games, which were released on like PlayStation, DS, Nintendo, all those sorts of games all put into one. So I'm going to do a bit of a conversational video, and I'm all here for it in the comment section. So make sure you leave your opinion down in the comment section. Now, before we dive deep into discussion and debate, there is a quick reminder that this Cybernetic Revolution box is available, and I'm going to do a little bit of a description as to how we're box breaking this before we get into the debate. So I'm doing a box break in collaboration with somebody on Instagram. He sent us the box. We want to open it. We're doing it via what I call a mapping by slots method. So it's not like the usual box break where I open up the box, shuffle the packs, you know, put all the names in the tin and open them. How we're going to do this is a little bit different, and how different that is because the slots correspond to packs on either side. Apparently, not so much apparently, more so by fact, some of these GX boxes can be mapped. I've opened up a Rise of Destiny box, as well as I've seen Ruxin open up a Lost Millennium box that's been mapped. What does mapped mean? I'm sure you'll know. It's kind of mapping the positioning of the ultimate rares. There should be 2 ultimate rares in this box. Now, they normally come on the same side of each pack on the same depth. 90% it's one on each side. More or less it's like the top one on the right hand side and the top one on the left hand side, or the third one on the right hand side and the third one on the left hand side. So what we're doing is we're selling slots, and slots numbered 1 to 12. Number 1 being the top pack on each side, number 6 being the 6th pack on each side, and 7 on the 7th side, and so on. So why we're doing that is to keep as many of these packs sealed, because we don't really care about super rares. We don't really care about the ultra rare, which is like a Cyber End Dragon or UFOroid Fighter, right? We don't care about that so much. Yes, great to see. Personally, it's all about the ultimate rares. I mean, people want to extract value out of their booster box. So I've come up with this formula that might be, hopefully, fingers crossed, the next way forward of opening boxes, doing the slot method. So people who buy slots, what we do is we open up the whole right hand side. Imagine we've got all the slots sold out, open up the first pack on the right hand side, boom, it's an ulti. Okay, so Mr. ABC's got the ulti. What we do then is open up the left hand side first pack, and if it's the ulti, stop. James ABC gets 2 ultimate rares out of an investment, which is fantastic, and the other people get to keep all their packs sealed. Similarly, that's too much of an easy example. Let's say we open up the right hand side, first pack, rare. We wouldn't go to the left hand side straight away. We'd go second pack on the right hand side, super rare, no worries. Third pack, ultra rare. 4th pack, rare. 5th pack, rare. 6th pack, ulti, and it's Dan123. Dan123 has now hit an ultimate rare. We wouldn't open up another pack on the right hand side. We go, okay, that was 6 packs in, number 6, slot number 6. Let's count, let's bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left hand side and open up the 6th pack on the left hand side. Now, if that has the ultimate rare, we stop. So the people after Dan have all their 2 packs sealed, and the people before Dan still have 1 pack sealed. Whether they got super ultra or a rare, they'll at least come away with 1 sealed pack. Now, that will only work if the box is mappable, which I believe it is. If you've got any experience about hobby boxes, this is a hobby CRB or any other GX box that you've seen that is mappable, let me know. If you think it's not mappable, please give me some evidence. People on Instagram have kind of taken this a little bit two-sided. They've said, oh, how do you know it's mappable? Definitely not mappable. Just shuffle them up and open them. The thing is, an issue is with shuffling them up is I could shuffle the 2 ultis in the last 3 packs, which I have done many times. You've seen me shuffle all the good stuff to the left-hand side of the box. That's normally how it goes. So this way, the box is still random because it's factory sealed and no one's going to cheat this. And that's how it came off the shelf. If Konami were mapping products, fine. We get to benefit out of that. That's probably... yes, we could throw an X-ray at this, as I've seen X-rays and people scanning booster boxes of Pokemon and trying to see exactly what's inside of your box. Hey, if you've got the money to do that and the patience and the time, do that. But it's all about the fun of knowing, oh, what ulti are we going to get? Cyber End Dragon. Oh, Cyber Dragon. Fantastic. I'm getting a little bit animated in today's video. This is just the warm-up before we get into the discussion about reprints. I'll definitely give you my opinion on that. But let me know if you've understood the slots mapping method for this Cybernetic Revolution box. If you are excited and want to get involved, we've currently sold 3 slots. There are 9 slots left. Just hit me up on Instagram. You can find a post. I might even post it here on YouTube community, which I might have already done, actually. I can't remember. But yeah, no, guys, let's, without further ado, get straight into the discussion video. So on that note, let's actually start off with the the new Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dueling Years is what they call it. The Early Days collection is coming. So Nintendo Switch and Steam. What that means is they're going to release a video game which is going to have loads of different old school games such as Forbidden Memories, presumably Duelist of the Roses, Capsule Monsters, all my favourites when I was a kid, on one game, which I think personally is fantastic. That means we will actually get to do playthroughs. I'll be creating content where I can give you a bit of a progression series, you know, on the on Switch or whatever it is that I'm going to be using to do that. So that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to playing old school games a little bit easier. It's a bit of a nightmare trying to link up your Nintendo DS or PlayStation 2 and screen record and do a run through. So that's always something I've always wanted to do. Konami, great. And of course we are getting 2 new promos. This might even be something worth picking up sealed and keeping sealed for a while. You get the Harpy's Feather Duster original arts from the, you know, World Championship Series, I believe, WCS, and then you've also got the new, actually it's the TP, is it the TP8, TP7, TP8 version of Harpy's Feather Duster in Quarter Century Secret Rare, which is really cool. So that's props up to Konami, really, really good. I'm looking forward to that. Now we enter in the realm of the reprints. My opinion, my true opinion on Light of Destruction as well as Retro Pack 1, which has been reprinted. So first things first, I'm just going to say it on behalf of all Europeans. I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't get Retro Pack, but somehow the Americans did end up getting a mini box worth of Light of Destruction, which again, Konami have been a bit shady. They haven't really given us transparency, even on the Retro Pack 24-pack box. We didn't know, nobody knew they'd existed until we saw someone post a photo of those. Not even the distributors knew ahead of time. So that's a little bit strange. And yeah, it just shows that Konami don't really have any structure themselves. It shows that they are a little bit clueless. They don't know what is right, what is wrong. They promise something and then deliver something else. So whether we will get in Europe Retro Pack 1 boxes, whether they are boxes of 24 packs or mini boxes, I don't care. Give us something, because it doesn't seem fair, at least from my biased Europeans perspective, that we didn't get Retro Pack 1, but they did get Light of Destruction. So it begs the question, why are Konami even reprinting OG sets like Light of Destruction or Retro Pack? Well, people argue that they need to have easy access to cards to play in GOAT format and in Edison format. So yeah, I agree. I think it is good to have easy access to old cards, whether you want like Heavy Storm or Mystical Space Typhoon or Sangan, or if you want Substitoad or Deck Lockdown from Light of Destruction. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great that they are releasing reprints of cards. However, I do not think that they need to reprint an entire set to do so. What do I mean by that? So instead of reprinting Light of Destruction and then Phantom Darkness and then Enemy of Justice or Power of the Duelist or Cybernetic Revolution, right? They don't need to reprint an entire set if there are only certain cards that they need to reprint. And we've seen that happen before with Battle of Legends. They reprinted, I think it was a Substitoad Secret Rare, right? But what they could do, as opposed to reprinting booster boxes of 24 packs or expansions of that exact set, is create something new. Now, what I mean by that is create a legendary collection or a new tin or a new special edition, right? Like the Samurai Assault, like the Twilight Edition. They should have reprinted Twilight Edition or Samurai Assault, where they give you 3 certain packs. Now try something new. Imagine, rewind your minds back to the time where there was a special edition Jade and Yugi, special edition Chaz. That was more focused around the cards they use. Imagine focusing a special edition around the core sets that they are most relevant for. So Jaden, for example, if we made Jaden Duel Academy Best Years, I know there's a Duel Academy GX Legendary Collection already. However, if you made one that had a Lost Millennium pack, Cybernetic Revolution, Elemental Energy, Power of the Duelist, and Enemy of Justice, how perfect would that be? How many people would go crazy and buy a Jaden theme product or a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX theme product that has reprints of the packs inside? You can even make the cards look old school. You don't have to reprint them in the new version style of the card. You can literally have them printed as they were back in the, as we saw for the Retro Pack. I think if you are going to reprint something and print it like modern version cards, we saw the 25th anniversary LOB, MRD, SRL, IOC, and PSV fail. Nobody liked the new look of the old school cards. Yes, it's a great way to distinguish between one and the other by not having holographic stars or symbols, etc. People want to open up something and feel nostalgic. So the best thing to do is the retro pack style cards, but create a product. That way you would give the people easier access to those cards. Just make it different. There's no point in dropping a whole re-release of a set like Cybernetic Revolution or Duelist Genesis or Crossroads of Chaos. Nobody's going to want that. People want that because it's easy and it's fun to open. Konami just seem lazy. They're not really understanding what their current players or collectors want. They'll definitely put the money ahead of a collector's opinion. So the general way in how can we make as much money as possible? Oh, just reprint the whole set, as opposed to, how can we satisfy the urge to open up old school packs for those collectors, but also give the modern players cards that they can easily use and duel with, as opposed to spending $25 for a rare Substitute. Yeah, that's how they do it. So there's a little bit of a confusion. My opinion is, ultimately, I am happy that Konami are reprinting sets because they are fun to open. Do I think it's excessive? Yes, I do think it's excessive, and I don't think they need to reprint the whole set. I think they can get a little bit more creative, pitch ideas where you can get old sets reprinted, or just reprint stuff like Twilight, Samurai, special editions, or create a whole new one altogether. Now, I'm not going to give you an opinion on the ban list because I don't play enough modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! To give you a valid opinion, but what I can give you is an opinion on the collector side, as much as where I see the market going. PSA grading, raw collections, binders, how best to display your cards. Yeah, if you're interested in hearing my opinion on that, keep watching the video. If not, let me know your comments down below as far as the reprints go and the new game that's coming out. But yeah, I guess we'll talk about my kind of opinion. Now, I definitely have enjoyed collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! Over the last 5-6 years since I got back into it, about 2018. It's been great. Every second I've loved it. Yes, I've slowed down a little bit in terms of content. I've reached a plateau where I'm excited to bring out new opening videos. I still love opening Yu-Gi-Oh! As much as I did, but yes, time, of course, always is going to be the ultimate killer. Do I have enough time to do so with general life coming in? Hopefully you guys, as my loyal subscribers, don't get bored of the channel. You'll definitely see some epic content coming, but it might not be as often, especially because box breaks have slowed down. People aren't really looking to invest crazy into box breaks because at the back of their mind they're thinking, give it 6 months, Konami might reprint Crossroads of Chaos or Duelist Genesis, so why should I pay money to join one of these now? So I do fear that from an investment point of view, which as a collector I guess you are always going to have that back of your mind brain thinking, oh yeah, maybe I'm a little bit of an investor as well. You're going to have to consider the price falls for unlimited collectors, whether that be cards, singles, or even sealed products. So I do think nothing that is unlimited is safe whatsoever. I think it was announced somewhere that, I see if I can pull up on screen who said it or when it was said, they're going to reprint Duelist Genesis Crossroads of Chaos very soon, and will they make it Euro exclusive or American? Who knows? Will they reprint it in the old style or the new style? Probably going to be the new style, right? But as was Light of Destruction, but we just don't know. So I just don't think if you're going to invest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, you should be buying unlimited. First edition is the only thing that's safe because that gives you the guarantee that they cannot reprint first edition. But I don't think that's always the way to go anyway. Like I've mentioned, reprinting a whole set is lazy. I think they should create new funky ways of putting old school packs into a new product, like I mentioned, a new special edition or a new legendary deck or legendary collection box, for example. So I'll definitely be holding on to the majority of my first edition stuff, but you might see me start to sell some unlimited or box break extremely cheap unlimited stuff. That's definitely something that I've been thinking about now for a while. For example, I have a sealed box of Retro Pack 2 in my collection. Very expensive box. In the hype, it was around $10,000. Now it's probably well down to about $2,000, $2,500. I don't know. Last time I had an offer on it, it was about $3,000. But something that I want to keep. One day I might open on the channel. But then again, would I want to open it if they go ahead and reprint Retro Pack 2? Probably not. There's no point in me opening that. I've lost the urge to even open it, just keeping it as an investment. So Konami definitely ruining it for the investors who wanted to get unlimited there. Now, when it does come to PSA grading, I won't see myself grading too much in the future. PSA grading was a great way that if you opened up a box and you got a pack fresh card, amazing. It's going to get a graded 10 and I'm going to make more money back on my initial investment. more and more difficult to do that now. PSA are being very strict. There's arguments that they're controlling the populations of cards. I agree with that to a degree, because they could be doing that, but at the same time they have to have some sort of standards, and if they are doing that, it does reflect bad on them. More importantly, how can you display your cards? What's the best way to display your PSA cards? Well, buy a nice, deck box where you can put them in, or buy a graded binder. I've had a couple of those in the past, they work really well. Or get a wall mount, like a frame. I've seen people, websites selling really cool, like 3x5, 15 card displays, where you can, or 4x4, where you can have like a cube worth of PSA cards, or a square worth, I should say. Get that on your wall, get that on your bedroom, or in your office, or wherever you want to display your cards, right? It's definitely a good way to do that. It's just I've gone off grading, to be completely honest with you. I don't see the point anymore. I've got the cards I need, really. In fact, I'm going to be selling some. So yeah, this is mostly just a trial run of a discussion video where I give you my opinion. Hopefully that was interesting for you guys. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If I have missed anything, I'll reply to your comments, but I might even do a part 2 to this video in a couple of months' time. Or what I'll do is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Predictions video where I record myself talking about the predictions as to what I think is coming, and then I'll schedule it for a year's time, and then we'll watch it this time next year as to how much I got right or how much I got wrong. Or maybe we do it for 2 years. That'll be something that I've always wanted to do, is a video in the current, setting it for the future and then seeing how my predictions work. Because you can do that. You can schedule videos to drop, I believe, 2 years in advance. I don't think there is a limit, but I've never done it, so let me know if you'd like to see something like that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said, keen to see your opinions down in the comments, and all I can say is ciao for now. Peace out. See you soon.